Hey, how's it going? I'm going to show you 5 chords that I just played. I think they are the easiest group of chords to play together, and it's kind of a life hack on guitar. A lot of artists use these chords to play an easy, kind of brain-dead acoustic version of their songs, but to make it still sound good. You often see artists do this if their song is heavily mixed with electronic instruments, or if they're doing an acoustic version where they're using guitars and it was originally piano, something like that. So I'm going to take you through how to play all 5 chords, and then I'm going to show you 10 songs that you can play with these chords very easily. The first chord is going to be a G major. It'll be a 4-fingered variation of G major. It's 3-2 open open 3-3. You can see I have my middle finger on the low E string and my my index finger on the A string. My ring finger and pinky will not move for the entire thing. They will stay there, and that's kind of the beauty of these chords. You only need these 2 fingers. I think these are like the easiest group of chords to play together, and when I was just starting out, they did so much for me. So from here, we can just take our middle and index finger, bump them down a string a piece, and now we get C add 9. No low E string here, and then 3-2 open 3-3. We're going to be using this chord as our substitute for the standard C. You know, if anywhere in the video you'd rather play a standard C instead of C add 9, that's totally fine. That will totally work. We're going to stick with C add 9 for how much easier it is to play coming from this G and the way it plays with the rest of the chords. The same thing goes for E minor. So we're playing an E minor 7 instead. So it'll be open 2-2 open 3-3. Now you could play regular E minor, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to go with this E minor 7 variation here. And now if we take our index and middle fingers and we move them both down a string, play it from the A string, and you get an A7 sus4. So that sounds kind of fancy and complicated. We're going to use it as an A chord, either an A major or an A minor, depending on the song. We can get away with that. So we're going to use that chord as our A. And then there's one more chord. So from here, just lift your index finger up and put it on the 2nd fret of the low E. And that's what we're going to use for D major. It's a D sus4 with an F sharp root. You may see me play it throughout the video like this. I just like grabbing that 2nd fret on the low E with my thumb. It's just comfortable, but however you want to do it is totally fine. But it's going to be 2 open open 2 3-3. Now again, I just want to reiterate and stress that these 2 fingers, they don't move at all, which is why this is so easy. You just need to move these 2 fingers around to play all of these chords for all of these songs. So I'm going to go through 10 songs. A lot of them are 1 chord progression and 1 strumming pattern, and they're very easy to play, so I hope you'll enjoy them. And without further ado, let's jump into the songs. Alright, first up we have When I Come Around by Green Day. We're just going to need our G, D, E minor, C. And that's the whole song, basically. I'm just playing down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, over and over again. I'm just palm muting a little bit to get that muted sound. And then there's a chorus. We're going to play our A chord, and then the C chord, A, C. That's it. Right back in. That is the whole song. So again, I'm going to say C for C add 9 throughout the video. I'm going to say E minor for that E minor 7 throughout the video. The same with the other chords. But at any point, if you wanted to play the regular D chord, the regular E minor, or C for any of these songs, you totally could. We're going to keep it simple and stick with the easy versions. But that'll be it for When I Come Around. For this next one, we're going to have a capo on the 1st fret of the guitar. But for any of the songs moving forward, they're all going to be capoed. You can either not use the capo or move it back, depending on the song, if it makes it easier for you to sing. For instance, I could play this without the capo, and it'll be a little easier for me to sing if I were playing the full song. Just something to keep in mind, because the rest of the songs will be capoed from here. So we're going to play Hello by Adele, And it'll be, for the intro and the verses, it'll be E minor, G, D, C. And that'll be the intro and the verses. And I'm just playing these down strums because it's originally on piano, so that's really all you need to do. And then there's a pre-chorus. That'll be E minor, D, G, C, E minor, D, C. There's a pause, and then we jump into the chorus. And the chorus is going to be E minor, C, E minor, C, G, D. And it'll be just those 4 chords looped over and over again. The strumming pattern that I'm using is sort of a down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, over and over again. And believe it or not, that is all you need for Adele's Hello. It'll be the intro verse, pre-chorus, chorus. That loops a couple times, and that is the whole song. That's all you'll need for Hello by Adele. Next, we'll capo the 2nd fret for an easy version of Stand By Me, classic tune, and we'll just have our G for the first chord, to E minor, C, D, G, and then we're around again with a G. So it starts on G, it ends on G. Now I'm just doing a sort of a down, chuck, down, chuck, down, chuck, down, chuck. There's a lot of things you can do with the strumming here because it's so simple, but that literally loops for the whole song. If I were playing this, there's a few things that I would consider doing. So one thing you can do is sort of like this, where you have an elongated, slow strum down at the beginning. Something like that. You could do that if you wanted to. You could also play something like down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. For the chorus too, especially, just to give it a little more oomph, a little more feel, more distinction between the verses and chorus. But that's it. It's G, E minor, C, and D looped for the whole song. So that is all you'll need for Stand By Me. We're going to keep the capo on the 2nd fret to go through an easy version. The version, this is how you play it, Wonderwall by Oasis. They literally use these chords. The other songs so far and some of the other ones coming up, I'm sort of adapting with these chords, but this song literally does use these chords as the way you're supposed to play it. So the intro and verses will sound like this. So what I'm doing there is I'm going with my E minor, G, D, A. And it's sort of a down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, something like that. And I'm kind of lifting my fingers on and off the guitar at that A minor. So something like that. That's sort of what they do. And when you play the first verse, it goes right from one verse to another verse. So if you're coming out of the first verse, backbeat, the word is on the street. So it's between those two verses. You play C, D, and A after the normal pattern. The normal pattern is the E minor, G, D, A minor. We bridge the two verses with C, D, and then A minor, just the way I did just there. So the pre-chorus, I guess you'd call it, all the roads we had to walk. For that part, you're going to play C, D, E minor. C, D, E minor. So that pattern twice, and now it gets a little funky. It jumps around a little bit. I'll just do it real slow. So you'll play C, D, G, D, minor, G, A. You hang out here for a little while. So I'm going to do that one more time. I'll play it slow. I'll sing a little bit of the words. So you're coming out of the, you're playing C and D for the third time here, but you'll, instead of the E minor, you'll be playing a bunch of different chords. So there are many things that I, G, D, E minor, G, A. And then you would jump into the chorus here. For the chorus, we're going to go C, E minor, G, E minor. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. Something like that works, but that's the chorus. C, E minor, G, E minor. After that, you loop it back around to the verse, pre-chorus, chorus. That's the whole song. So yeah, that's a classic tune. I feel like that's a sort of a meme. Everyone learns Wonderwall. It's kind of a joke to play it, but still very popular and very easy to play as it turns out. So have fun with Wonderwall. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. For the next one, we're going to have our capo on the 3rd fret. As you can probably tell, I am systematically going up the fretboard as we're covering the next song. So we're going to play Collide by Howie Day. It's one chord progression for almost the entire song. So it'll be your G to the D chord, E minor, C, C, down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up. That's it. Aside from the bridge, there's a very, very short bridge where it goes E minor, C, D, E minor, C, D. You can do something like that if you want. He kind of strums and then he kind of picks the first half of the chord and then strums it out. That works. But don't stop here, that part. And one thing to note about this song, it's the 3rd fret if you play his acoustic version of it. It's the 4th fret if you play the studio version. Depends on what you want to do, but that is all you will need for Collide by Howie Day. Moving on up the fretboard, capoed on the 4th fret, we're going to play I'm Yours by Jason Mraz. Very easy one chord progression throughout the whole song, so it'll be the same actually as Collide. It'll be G, D, E minor, C, and it'll sound like this. That's the whole song. Well, you done and you bet I felt it. That's it. That's the whole song. There's one little part where he kind of rings out at the end of the riff. I'm sure. He uses an A chord. You'll hear it if you play the song, if you listen to it. There's a part where he just kind of rings out randomly and then goes into another part. He's ringing out on our A chord, so you can just use the A there. But that's it. That's all you'll need for I'm Yours by Jason Mraz. Alright, our next song is Capo 5. Now, once you get to the 5th fret, when you're playing these chords, essentially the shapes you're using are in G. But when we capo on the 5th fret, we're in C now. So there's a lot of songs in C. There's a ton of songs we could do here. I'm just going to stick with 2. The first one is going to be Save Tonight by Eagle Eye Cherry. And that's going to be one chord progression and one strumming pattern for the whole song. It'll be E minor, C, G, D, and it'll sound like this. That's it. That's the whole song. Save Tonight. Have fun with that one. Let me know what you think, but that'll be Save Tonight by Eagle Eye Cherry. Okay, still capoed on the 5th fret, we're going to play Let It Be by the BeAtles. Your verses are going to be G, D, E minor, C, so G, D, C, and it'll be a B note, A note, G chord. So we'll strum out our C, and then play with the 2nd fret on the A string, and then open, and then G. And that'll be the intro in the verses. And it's just a down, 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 up, down, 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 up, something like that. The strumming pattern, really, it's up to you, whatever sounds good to you, but I use it down, 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 up, down, 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 up sort of thing, or you can just play all down strums if you want, because it's originally on piano, so we're adapting it to guitar. But for the chorus, it'll be E minor, D, and then it's the end pattern of the verses again. So it'll be G, D, C, and then our walk down into a G. And then we go right back into the verses pattern. So that's it. You just kind of loop that a few times. There's a few verses, a few choruses. There's an instrumental in there somewhere, but it's just the same as the verses and the chorus put together. So that's actually all you will need for Let It Be by the Beatles. For this next song, we're going to capo on the 6th fret, and it'll be the most recent song on this list, Someone You Loved by Lewis Capaldi. Another easy one, it'll be a G, D, E minor, and C. Now again, I just want to remind you, I'm saying E minor and C and D just to denote the variations we're playing. They're actually C at 9, D sus4. I don't want to say that every time, just a reminder. But so this one will be G, D, E minor, and C. And because it's on piano, there's a lot we can do here with strumming. We have all of our options open. You can just play down strums for each chord. It'll be that pattern for the intro, verses, and chorus, actually. You don't have to change it at all for the chorus. It's the same thing. So what you can do if you want to mix it up is you can just arpeggiate all these chords. You can do whatever you want, whatever you'd like to do. So that's the whole song aside from a very brief bridge. For that bridge part, we're going to play our A chord, E minor, D, E minor, A minor, E minor, D, and then it's right back. Day bleeds and nightfall, you're not here. It just goes right back into a chorus, and that's it. So it's G, D, E minor, C for your intro, verses, and chorus. Play all down strums if you want, pluck out and arpeggiate the notes if you want, and then for that bridge part, it's our A chord, and then E minor and D. Quick change on the E minor, back to the A. That loops twice, and that's it. That's the whole song. Rounding out number 10 is going to be Pumped Up Kicks by Foster the People, capoed way up here on the 7th fret. If you think it's crazy to play up here on the 7th fret capoed, you'll have to take it up with Foster the People themselves, because this is how they do it when they play it live. Believe it or not, I've seen video of them playing it acoustic live with a capo on the 7th fret. Who am I to judge? I'm going to do it the way they do it. Sounds great to me. So our first chord is going to be E minor, G, next to a G, and then D, and then A. And it'll sound something like this. That sounds great if you do that and sing over top of it, and you can kind of get away with just playing the lower strings because it's very bassy and rhythmic, this song, so that works really well, and you can do that for the whole song. My strumming pattern, down, chunk up, chunk up, down, chunk up, chunk up, down, chunk up, chunk up, down, chunk up, chunk up. Something like that is good. It's something you can do whatever you like with it, as long as you keep with that rhythmic feel of the song, it's going to sound fine. So again, that'll be E minor, G, D, A. Now, just want to reiterate, you could play the regular version of these chords for any of these songs, and it'll still sound good. Some of them sound a little better with the actual chords, but Look, you can totally do this little trick with these 5 chords with any of these songs and many more. I had to whittle this down from I think I had 22 or 23 songs. I whittled it down to 10 because I didn't want to go crazy and make another half-hour long video. Hopefully this one's not too long. But that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll definitely put out the other songs that I have for this if I get a good response. If you think this is good, let me know. Let me know if this works for you. I'm going to tell you straight up, this method of chords, like playing these chords, it got me through my first ever solo acoustic gig. I overcommitted. I needed to fill 45 minutes, and I played a handful of songs that used these chords and this chord progression. Got me through, kind of saved me. So I just wanted to share it. But yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.